this isn't a live narration, this is just a thing. I figured I'd post-narrate this because there are some things I wanted to talk about, and yeah. So yeah, I figured I'd give Gen 6 a try, because fuck it, why not? Before we do begin properly, I do still have some 5th gen showdown battles left. If you want, I can just upload the rest of them. I think there's like 2 or 3. I still need to finish processing all of my Pokemon Fire Red episodes. But yeah, probably not going to have 6th gen properly for a while, and even when I do get it, I still got to spend quite a bit of time trying to breed Pokemon and stuff like that. So Showdown is pretty much your lot for quite a while, unfortunately. I do apologise, it's not the way I like to do things, but hey. Anyway, there were some Pokemon I did want to try out. Mega Venus, I really wanted to try out Mega Gyarados. You all know I adore Gyarados in general. I really wanted to see if Mega Gyarados sort of made a good transition to being better, because the dark typing is a bit iffy on it. And Mold Breaker, good or bad, I don't quite know. It all kind of comes down to the mechanics of it. One thing that I'm quite interested to see, and maybe you guys could tell me, do you get to choose when you Mega Evolve? Because I think that'd be really important, because I find that Water Flying, while it's shit against Electric, it's pretty fucking good against everything else. Also, Intimidate is a thing, and Intimidate in Gen 6 drops the opponent's attack by -2, which is fucking good. So, can you Mega Evolve when you want to? You know, when you Mega Evolve, do you stay Mega Evolve till the end of the battle? What else was I going to ask? I don't even remember. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Just those 2, really. Those are the 2 that I'm kind of thinking on. Because if you can, the Mega Gyarados would be really good. The other 2 I wanted to try, Mega Aggron or Mega Boscadora looks fucking beastly with filter. That sounds awesome. I really want to try that. Mega Tyranitar is probably just going to be Tyranitar, but more everything. Mega Morwell looks quite interesting. There is some cool stuff that I would quite like to look at. But the first thing that really struck me when I had a look at these Mega Evos was that it's really nice, and I'm really happy for Game Freak that they powered them up so much. But seriously, 90% of them will be Ubers. I've already played Mega Gengar twice, and I swear to God, that fucking thing is bulky as shit. Bulky Gengar. That sounds like something I would do. But no. And it has Shadow Tag, and it has, what is it, base 160, 170 special attack. Mega Gengar is gone instantaneously. It'll be Ubers before you can fart. That's my prediction anyway. If it stays OU, I will be ridiculously just befuzzled. A lot of them do look quite, like just too powerful for their own good. One thing I will say, Mega Sizzle probably won't be used that much unless it's SD sets. SD sets I could see Mega Sizzle being used, but the banded set probably, the regular banded Sizzle probably gets more attack than if you Mega Evolved into Mega Sizzle, just because the band probably puts it a bit over the, 150 base attack or whatever it gets. So, Mega Sizzle might not show up as much. I haven't seen Mega Garchomp yet, but that's probably because it's got lower speed. Mega Venusaur just looks sick in general. Another thing I've noticed on a Showdown, my first battle, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I thought if I selected Venusaur and then put Venusaurite on it, then it would just, I would have thought they'd put that in. But no, what you can do is you just pick the Mega Evo. But another thing is it says, you can put, for Showdown, you're allowed to put an item on your Mega Evos, which I'm pretty certain, if I understand the mechanics of it in the actual game, you can't. I think you actually have to have the Venusaurite on Venusaur to Mega Evolve it. So, I kind of, one of the things that I've been thinking about when looking at these Mega Evos is, this is great, they Mega Evolve and stuff, but does the Mega Evolution mean that it's better than the other Pokemon with an item? So again, Mega Sizzle. Is Mega Sizzle better than Sizzle with a choice band? Because I don't know. I don't think it will be. You know, with an SD maybe, yeah. Different sets and stuff like that. That's one of the things that I'm quite interested to see. You know, I think Mega Venusaur will flat out just be better than Venusaur because it has fucking thick fat. Which, who needs anything else? Also, Bugger Steel's being weak to Ghost and Dark. That's just lame. Bleh. Although, I suppose it is a good thing that they underpowered it, but still, Aegislash would have been fucking beastly if it, you know, was neutral to Ghost and Dark. Another thing I would like to say, since we're on the topic, Aegislash looks cool. It looks really funky, and I really like it. Like, say, you know, if you use a utility move, it stays in its defensive mode. If you use an offensive move, then it switches to, you know, the offensive mode. And that looks really good. I am properly... I think they've done a really good job with that one. And it also comes down to, you only change form when you use the move. So, depending on how you play it, you can stay in one form, resist an attack, and then switch form and get a more powerful attack off. Which I think is really nifty, and I really like that idea. But there you go. Anyway, this guy was a douche and just brought 6 Mega Evos, despite the fact that, I'm at the moment, I'm sort of trying out, you know, just Gen 6 1 Mega Evo, because I think that's what it will be, because you only allow 1 Mega Evo per team. So, you know, I figure a lot of Pokemon might stay OU or under, just because you can only have one of them. You know, you can't combo like Mega Gengar and Mega Mewtwo, or, you know, Mega Gira or whatever, or Mega Tyranitar, that kind of thing. So I think a lot of them will probably stay OU just because you can only get one of them in your team. Which I think is good. I think that's very smart, because that means you can't do what this asshole's doing. Because also, my brain just wasn't connecting. Like, I look at Gyarados and just think, water, flying. And then I click Ice Punch, I think, bollocks, it's not water flying, it's water dark. Ah. So it is going to take a bit of adjusting to get used to the new typing, but I think it's a really good idea. A couple of Pokemon that I sound quite interested in, you know, I'm sort of looking at and thinking, that's pretty cool. Is it Tyrantrum? What is it? Like the T-Rex fossil Pokemon. That thing looks ballistic. If it gets DD, holy shit. Even if it doesn't get DD, rock polish that shit. You know, put it in sand. It'd be dandy. Yeah, also, they nerfed weather. I like it, but I don't, because I'm a bit of a scummy bastard, and I kind of got used to my scummy rain team at the end of that, so good and bad, you know, but ultimately it levels the playing field a bit, so I'm not going to complain that much. I do think it is good that they nerfed it, and I think it's very clever, so I'm quite happy with that as well. Anyway, 2 Pokemon that the 3 that I have on this team, like, Scarf Delphox looks really good. It's sort of like a weird special ape in my eyes. You know, it's a little bit quicker than ape, I think, like 1 base speed. No, actually, no, it might be 3 base speed slower, I'm not sure. It's got a little bit more special attack, but then you've got things like Switcheroo, you know, you can get Psyshock, Flamethrower, you know, stuff like that. So that looks really good. And you can get Magician, I think, is one of its abilities, although it's kind of irrelevant if you have an item on it already. But, you know, Magician's another interesting ability. But, yeah, Delphox is really cool. Also, what is that fucking gooey dragony thing? What is it? Goodra, yeah, makes sense when you think about it. He looks awesome, but at the same time he looks dog shit. I'm kind of iffy on him. If it was 5th gen and rain was permanent, fucking field day. Because he's like it's the weirdest combination of abilities and type. Like, he's dragon, but he gets Sap Sipper and Hydration. Sap Sipper's great if you want to run physical sets. He has a relatively decent physical move pool, and you can kind of use that, although he is dragon anyway, and grass isn't a particularly offensive type, so you might not see it that often. But Hydration, that's cool. I like that. So the set I tried, which I didn't put Stealth Rocks on my team because I'm a dum-dum. I just threw some guys together and thought, fuck it, let's have a go. Let's give Mega Venusaur a whack. The set I made was Sub, Rest, Dragon Tail, and Focus Blast. Focus Blast was purely there for coverage. But yeah, while it doesn't have, like, the attacker say Dragonite, because, you know, Dragonite can, You know, it's got that sub Roost T-Wave bollocking set. I fucking hate that thing. It does have 150 base special defense. I think is it 150 base? It's 100 and I think it's like 130 to 150. It could just be flat out 150, but you know, reasonable HP stat. I think it maxes at like 260 something, and then 150 base special defense. That's like getting into Regice territory. And for something that is only weak to, well, I suppose it's got 3 weaknesses now. It's got Ice, Dragon, and Fairy. That's pretty tasty. I like that. You know, and sub means that you can pretty much cock block 90% of stuff. With Rain Up, you can rest, get all your HP back thanks to hydration. And if you have an entry hazards team, then you can just Dragon Tail and shuffle everything to your heart's content. I think that's awesome. I really like that. But yeah, I know that's one of the, just like say, just another Pokemon I was looking at. I think what is it? Aegislash. I think it could be good, but I think it'll be difficult to use. Like, you've sort of got to go into it with tactics. Like, it does get automatized, which I like, and makes me a happy panda, because that means that it can actually outspeed quite a lot of things. And with 150 base attack, you could dump a Life Orb on it. You can have fun. Really. That's what you can do. You can have fun. And also, thanks to its ability, it starts off in the shield mode, I think. That's what Showdown's got it at the moment. I don't quite know how it actually works if you switch out and switch back in. But I think if it starts off in the shield mode when you switch in, that means that you've always got really good bulk to just tank a hit, and then, you know, you could scarf it or something. So you switch in, you can take a hit, and then scarf, and you switch forms and beat the crap out of something. I think that's really cool. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I told you, when a new generation rolls around, I'm just like, yeah. I'm just very happy, very enthusiastic about the new options that present themselves, the new teams and combos you can make, the most retarded shit I can make. The fun will be endless, my friends, hopefully. Maybe. We'll see how we go. I'm not going to hype myself up too much because, but, you know, it should at least be cool. And it, you know, it'll make a pleasant change. And I reckon, another thing I reckon, maybe not, I think weather will probably be spread quite evenly throughout the tiers now. Because since Politoed and Ninetales only get, you know, 5 turns on weather, I reckon they'll probably drop a tier, most likely. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Because you kind of have to focus on keeping the Pokemon alive a lot more. Say, like, I don't think Tyranitar will drop a tier, but I think it'll be a lot harder for people to actually keep it alive. So, hey, Hippowdon might get more usage, yeah! Although Bronzong is pretty much dead to me now, which makes me sad. Because they nerfed Bronzong. It really annoys me, it really does. And you can't even use Heatran to back it up now, because Heatran doesn't resist Ghost or Dark either. I suppose it would still, like, wall them to within an inch of its life, but you get my point, you know. Bronzong's just kind of been dumped on, and that makes me sad. I loved Bronzong. He was amazing. Also, fuck Showdown. It keeps disconnecting me. It's annoying. Bleh. Oh, wow. But yeah, just, everything looks really good. And one thing I will say, the past, well, I think everyone can agree, the past few generations have just been sort of shit. Like, not from gameplay standpoint, like, you know, I mean, 4th gen was amazing because it brought, what, you know, Wi-Fi battles to it, and 5th kind of just built on the concept, but you gotta admit, it's not like Game Freak really put much effort into the last ones, but that kind of, you know, it does look a bit like Game Freak have just sort of, you know, had a raving lunatic in the office who just spouts random crap and they just write it down and shove it in the game. But at least it looks like they've made more of an effort. They've added a lot more customization to stuff. They've just crammed it with random ideas that seemed good at the time. Some of them won't pay off, some of them will. I'm not particularly enthused by a lot of the choices they made. Also, God knows why I switched into Azumarill there. I have no idea. Literally, my brain said, he used Flamethrower on Politoed, and I got Rain Up, so I don't know. I don't know. My brain literally thought I will switch to Azumarill to resist the Flamethrower, despite the fact that he's a solar-powered Charizard. Anyway, this is evil. I think, do I attack the Gengar here? I might do. I don't quite remember. But I know I go for a Psyshock. Yeah, there you see? It's bulky! It took that too well! Go away! Seriously? I mean, what is his defenses? Also, this just confused me. I think, oh, it's a Kangaskhan. Oh, I'll go to, I think I go to, Aegislash, I think I do, unless it's dead. No, I'm fairly certain I go to Aegislash. And then Kangaskhan goes Wish. Did it ever get that before anyone? I don't think it did. And I can say, I'm just befuzzled. I'm faced with this Kangaskhan that, while it can also whoop my Aegislash's butt, I do... Why can it wish? That means that the parental bond thing is going to be even more broken. It will just ruin things. That's awful. Also, here's what I'm talking about with Aegislash's tactics, because the Kangaskhan outspeeds me, but I switched to my offensive form, so it would have just flat out killed me. Also, I made such a derp there. I was like, oh, go to Venusaur, it can resist its moves, it'll be great. And then he switches to Gengar. And I'm just like, balls. And then I go EQ, and it does 50%! What is this? Why would Gengar take that so well? I don't like Mega Gengar. It needs to go away and die. It's horrible. Yeah, it has to be Ubers. There's no fucking way that thing stays OU. I'm sorry, but it can switch in. It can tank a hit, for God's sake, and then just ruin anything that lives. I don't like that. That's evil. Oh, another thing, Mega Medicham looks quite fun. I mean, what is it? It's got 100 base attack as is, and it has huge power. That should be pretty hilarious. I would imagine that would be quite good. Although, you can't really scarf it, so you might lose somewhere in there. But on the other hand, it's got improved defenses, so you can literally just click high jump kick and just demolish everything that moves. Apart from Mega Gengar. It's evil! It's satanic. Anyway, I am really just rambling now, but there you go. Like I say, I really do like quite a lot of the Mega Evolutions. I think a lot of the shit they've added to the game is just set dressing, really, because there isn't really, much you can do with a Pokemon game at this point. The depths of Pokemon has kind of been plundered. But, it's at least relatively interesting set dressing. A lot of the abilities are pretty wacky, like, was it Furfrou? His ability halves physical damage. I quite like that. I think that's very interesting. Goodra as well, his hidden ability. I don't know why it's his hidden ability, but it is his hidden ability. Makes it so that, if you do physical damage to another Pokemon, it lowers their speed. Which, again, it's cool. It's just nifty little things. It just looks like they've tried a bit harder to just diversify the whole thing than just say, here's a new team, they want to conquer the world because reasons, here's some new Pokemon, here's a new map, away you go. They've actually sort of added some interesting little things, like the new EV training lock. They've got a bloke who'll actually tell you all your fucking IVs now. Well done, Game Freak. 6 generations, guys, and you finally worked out that IV breeding is difficult when you don't know what IVs you get. Well done! It's so clever! Well, the Pokemon and Me thing looks a bit iffy. Has anyone actually tried a Wi-Fi battle yet? Do you actually get the Pokemon and Me effects? Because if you do, that's just dumb. Alright, that you shouldn't be able to use Pokemon and Me if you get the effects of it. Because what? You get an increased crit chance. You get a chance to live a one-shot move, and you get increased evasion. None of that in my battles, thank you. I do not want to deal with that. Let's not go back to Gen 1 where 100% accuracy moves can fucking miss. No. But other than that, I'm pretty dandy, really. Like, another thing, they sort of... So what, electric Pokemon can't get paralysed now, which is dumb, because a lot of them are really quick, and moves like Glare, Stun Spore were kind of useful. Is it Grass Pokemon can't be hit by powder moves? I think that's one of them. Which, kind of makes sense, maybe, maybe not, sort of, nearly. Also, how the fuck did that Venusaur outspeed my Scarf Delphox? It has Black Sludge! What is this? That bamboozled me amazingly. I had no fucking clue what was going on there. Other points. I don't know. Like I say, I'm really looking forward to when, Smogon... Like, they don't even really need to make a tier. What they need to do is they need to find out all the shit that's Ubers, and then just make a bracket that's OU with everything in it. And then I will hopefully just upload a storm of stuff, because... Believe it, once they make a search thing, it's just fair game. Like, my sister... sort of I've been telling her about Pokemon and stuff, and in my opinion, the best time to get into this godforsaken mishmash of tons of Pokemon, tons of sets, is right at the start of a generation, because everything goes. If you want to use Goodra that's sub-rest bollocks, fuck it. It's fair game, and I love that about the start of a generation. There's no concrete tiers. There's no Smogon sets just wiping their ass on it. It's just fair game, and I adore that to a massive degree. So, I do kind of hope that you will enjoy the stuff to come. I'm probably it's pretty much just going to be Showdown for a while, and it probably will be from a lot of people till, they start breeding their teams and getting into the groove of it. But it's going to be really good. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to make tons of teams, and I'm going to be so happy. I've been waiting for this for ages. I mean, 5th gen just started to get stale, but now, like I say, it's an entirely new, tool chest of shit to fuck around with. Bandsaws to mutilate other people with. That kind of thing. It's going to be great. So, yeah. I am genuinely looking forward to it. But like I say, one of the other things is... Since it hasn't been hacked yet, or it might have been, I don't know. If it has been hacked, then, oh dear, I don't want it to be hacked. I want to go back to the ways of, you actually have to invest some effort to make your Pokemon. I really do. Because that way, maybe I could do giveaways of stuff in the future. I could make Pokemon and then do giveaways, and, people could win some crazy sets that I breed, so they don't have to waste their time breeding them. That would be really cool. That'd be really fun, and I'd really enjoy that. So I do not want this game getting hacked. Just go away, hackers. Or at least if it does get hacked, I really hope Nintendo at least puts something in so that when you try and go on Wi-Fi and battle someone, it can tell that the Pokemon's hacked and tell you to get fucked. Please, God, just have it there. Because I don't want to deal with it. Because then other people will just start hacking Pokemon and come back to the actual DS game, and then they'll ruin it. Not that everyone will. There are nice people who hack their Pokemon. But, everyone will flood onto it. And there are some bellends in the Pokemon community. Not to say you guys are. Not saying that. Not generalising and saying everyone is. I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to stop there before I dig myself any deeper. But there you go. So that's sort of my plunder into what Gen 6 has to offer. It looks really, 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 really good. I'm genuinely excited for the new sets and stuff, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And then I can't wait for Smogon to ruin it and general teams start coming out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my ramblings, and yeah, go 6th gen. I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.